watching Orissapost live. Today we have a special guest, the MD and CEO of SBI General Insurance. So today we are going to talk about how the insurance company is working for the Fani-affected areas and their insurance claims. So today we are here with Sir Pushan Mahapatra. Welcome to you, sir.
Thank you so much for having me on the channel.
The first question we would like to ask, sir, the cyclone is very effective in Odisha, and it's like cyclone affected areas so far. So what do you think? This insurance is very important for this kind of situation. So what do you think on that, sir?
See, one of the major risks that any individual or business faces is from catastrophic events, which include cyclones, floods, hailstorm, snowstorm, everything. And eastern seaboard of India is susceptible to cyclones, and we have seen major cyclones happening every year on the eastern seaboard. Some years it's in Orissa, some years it's in Andhra, some years it's in Tamil Nadu. And each of them is a major event. Even if the cyclone is in Andhra, a portion of Orissa gets affected. If the cyclone is in Bengal also, a portion of Orissa will get affected, in addition to the cyclones which actually hit Orissa. So it is very essential for all individuals and businesses to adequately protect themselves against catastrophic losses in these states. Because one of these events are likely to hit these areas in 3 to 5 years' time. Right. So it is extremely important. Please do not think it as a cost, because the cost of insurance premium that you pay is negligible to the value you will get in a catastrophic event. Simple things that we have seen is you would have a premium, say for a very small SME unit, say up to 25 lakhs. The premium could be just about 10,000 rupees. And in 5 years you would have paid 50,000 rupees. But assume that there is a major catastrophe, you can recover up to 25 lakhs. Right. Even 10 years, 10,000 is 1 lakh. So in 1 and 10 years, you are actually making a cost to return of 1:25. So that is the gap. So it is extremely important that all of us, whether we are individuals or whether we are businesses, need to protect ourselves. Businesses for their properties in any of the sides, individuals for their homes, both structure and contents, and their personal accident. At least that is something that I would request and enjoin every one of you who is watching this to please buy an insurance.
Sir, how many insurance claims have you received so far from Fani-affected areas, and what is the amount is that?
See, we received about a little over 1,100 claims. It's not even a month since the event has happened. And the gross losses would be a little over 90 crores. And we have already settled 60% of these claims. And average time taken to settle is about 8 days.
Sir, in Odisha, which is the major sector for SBI General Insurance? I mean, which kind of sector is achieving more to contributing the total growth?
In Orissa, I think while SME is strong, our retail lines comprising of personal accident, health, they are very strong. Then we are present in almost all the corporates that are there in Orissa, in the large corporate side. And also, we're doing quite a bit of work on the SME, and that's a focus area for us for the next couple of years, that we need to increase penetration amongst SMEs, because that is a sector which is very, very underprotected, both in terms of availability of insurance and adequacy of insurance. Because one of the things which we always see in SMEs is they would have a property insurance, because in most cases they would have taken loans from financial institutions, and financial institutions would necessitate taking of an insurance policy, but it is very inadequate. Whereas the total sum insured which they need to cover might be about say about a crore, but since they've taken a loan of 70 lakhs, because the rest 30% is coming from his own sources, so he or she insures us for 70 lakhs. And in the event of a loss, there is one clause which gets triggered, which is called the averaging clause. In case of underinsurance, that is the killer. Now, suppose there's a year of 1 crore. Using the averaging clause, he'll actually get settled for 70 lakhs. So he's lost his capital.
Right.
Because what will happen, this money will go back to the bank. Since they are the hypothecated, they'll adjust it against their loans. What happens to the capital? It's gone.
SBI General Insurance is moving towards the digitization and digital. So you're investing more on that. So what do you expect, and what this line will be brought to the company?
See, digital revolution is here to stay. All of us have to be a part of it, whether we like it, do not like it, but we love it. And with the new generation of people coming into the workforce and beyond, the mode of buying any product has changed very rapidly. Today, ordering things on Amazon or Flipkart is there in every nook and corner of the country. Today, you do not think twice before booking an Uber or having a food delivery. These are things which are changing the way people buy. And financial products will also come into this behavior pattern. So all of us in the financial sector, be it banking, insurance, stockbroking, mutual funds or anything else, will have to adapt to it. And all of us are adapting to that over a period of time. It will become more and more pronounced over a period of time. You will not have a big bang, but you will have a slow creep. And unless you are continuously investing in it and working towards the digital as a channel of sale, maybe after 5 years, you will find that you are out of the market.
Right. Sir, there are two segments which is majorly growing, that is motor and health sector. So apart from that, sir, which non-life business is growing and why, sir?
Crop is something which has been growing, because that was another sector where a lot of underpenetration was there, and there's been a lot of push from the government also. So this will continue to grow, but what is important is we all need to grow the property, because property protection, there was a study some time back by one of the leading reinsurers of the world, where protection gap in India was as high as 85%. And that is something which is very scary, because in the event of a large loss, the kind of money which will be required to rebuild will have to come from the government. And people running down their savings and the selling of their assets and other things. Therefore, it is very essential that we start bridging this protection gap through insurance.
There are 3 companies, insurance companies merging. So do you feel that private sector should also merge and to contribute to growth to the nation?
See, all of us are there in the private sector. We have our own business strategies. And in a normal scenario, you'll always have new companies coming in. And some of the older companies, based on business requirements, will continue to undergo mergers and acquisition. It's a normal business scenario.
IRDA is going to meet in maybe June end to discuss some major things. So what do you expect from that meeting, sir? Do you expect anything from private sector for private sector?
See, overall, if you see the regulator, it's been doing a lot for the industry. So there'll be some good things which will come about because that's undergoing consultation with the industry.
How has been this 18-19 performance of SBI General Insurance, and what do you expect this year too?
See, if I see our evolution as an insurance GI company over the last almost a decade that we have been there, it's been a wonderful journey for the company, a wonderful journey for its customers. Last year we closed the year at 4,717 crores GWP with a growth of 33% as against a 13% growth for the industry. So, and this has been the trend over the last so many years that we have been there. Similarly, on the profitability aspect, we ended the year with 334 crores of profit after tax and an underwriting profit of 72 crores, which is a rarity in the industry. We are amongst 2 or 3 players who return an underwriting profit. Similarly, our return on equity is one of the best in the industry. Based on that, last year, in fact, we announced our maiden dividend, interim dividend of 10% to the shareholders. That was a major achievement last year.
Sir, what are new products coming up to your portfolio right now? I mean, next year, down the lines of 3 years.
3 years is a long time, but next couple of years we would be working on a lot of niche products. One of them could be title insurance, there would be jewelers block, there would be innovative health products.
How do you see the Odisha market, and because this is a big market for maybe SBI actually? And one more, I would like to add one more question, sir. The IRDA also, said that third-party motor insurance rate would be, going up. So what would you like to say on that?
Okay. Odisha as a market, we are very bullish on this market. One, the penetration is low. We can definitely work towards that. But all that will require a lot of effort on our side. So we are putting in a lot of additional people on the ground also to make this happen. So we expect that Odisha market should outstrip the national growth by a large number. As regards the third party, see, every year there is something called as an inflation. We know it because of prices. Similarly, the insurance companies also face inflation on their claims cost. So, what is necessary is that the third party rate increases should take care of the inflation in the claims cost and the servicing cost. Bigger problem is on the claims cost. So that's something we'll have to see how it pans out. Because the problem with the third party, it's a very long tail business. So you will know the ultimate development of a claim maybe in 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, depending on when the MSCT actually settles the issue. And then you'll realize whether the premium was adequate or not.
Thank you very much, sir, speaking with Orissapost.
It's wonderful speaking to you. Thank you so much.